For hours, families anxiously waited. 620 Palestinians were meant to leave Israeli jails under an exchange between Israel and Hamas. But after hours of delays, nothing.
We have been sitting on the chairs waiting for many hours, but what else can we do?
Waiting is very difficult, and it's very difficult to be on edge, but we shall endure it for the sake of their freedom.
In a statement, the Israeli Prime Minister's office announced the release was being postponed, saying, in light of the repeated violations by Hamas, including rituals that humiliate the dignity of our hostages and the cynical political use of them as propaganda, it's been decided to postpone the release of prisoners that was scheduled for Saturday until the release of the next hostages is guaranteed and without the rituals of humiliation. Earlier in the day, Hamas released 6 Israeli captives in separate groups and in different areas. First in Rafah in southern Gaza, Tal Shoham and Avera Mengistu seen here as they're taken onto a stage. Then at Al-Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza, Elia Cohen, Omer Shem Tov and Omer Wenkert paraded by masked fighters before the crowd. The 6th and last captive, Hisham al-Sayed, was released elsewhere in the north. In Tel Aviv, emotional scenes as relatives of the captives held in Gaza gathered to watch their loved ones being freed. They were joined by crowds of supporters in what's known as Hostages Square. Among them, the grandson of an Israeli captive, Oded Lifshitz, an 84-year-old journalist and longtime defender of Palestinian rights, whose body was returned to Israel on Thursday. Daniel Lifshitz spoke to Al Jazeera as the handover in Al-Nusayrat was happening.
We need to find an immediate solution for what will take place in Gaza, and then the Israeli already agreed to withdraw all their forces from Gaza and, of course, release all the hostages, and Hamas cannot stay in Gaza. That's the most important thing and what we have to work on.
Hamas says it's ready to move on to the second phase of the agreement and to carry out a comprehensive captive prisoner exchange to achieve a permanent ceasefire. With less than 1 week to go in phase 1 of the agreement, a senior official from the group told Al Jazeera that Israel has yet to engage in talks on phase 2.
We are again and again committed to the deal. We are doing, and we have already done and abide all our obligations in this deal, and we have fulfilled all the duties from our side according to the deal. But what we have seen until now, violations of the first phase and rejection to be involved in the second phase.
With Israel postponing the release of Palestinians from its jails, there's uncertainty over the fate of the ceasefire deal. As this critical deadline looms, mediators will be pushing to keep the deal alive. Behdad Mahichi, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.